Hello boys and girls, welcome back. This week we're going to be talking about creating unity in our art by using the elements of art. We are going to be making a still life of a cactus in a planter with lots of patterns and designs in texture. So we'll need a pencil, an eraser, and a black tool of some sort. I'm using a black marker. To color in, you can use any materials that you have. You can use paint, color pencils, crayons, or markers. So we're going to start out making the pot for our cactus planter. I'm doing a oval shape and then creating two curved lines at the bottom to create a form for my planter. Make sure that you place your planter on some kind of surface like a table or a ground. And now I'm going to start adding the cactuses. So I'm going to make kind of like the semicircle, doing some zigzag lines to make a flower. Another semicircle, going all the way to the bottom of the planter. I'm going to do a semicircle on top of that one. This cactus is stacked. And I'm going to overlap the cacti or the cactuses. So I'm doing a cactus that's behind the previous cactus that I created. So you can see how the bottom, you can't see all of it. That's because it's overlapped. Same with this cactus. Just creating it so that it looks like it is behind the two cactuses in the front and the flower in the front. So I'm doing some curved lines inside the cactuses, and that's going to give them the illusion of being three-dimensional and creating that form, which is part of our elements of art. You don't want the back of the planter or the pot to be inside and cutting through your cactuses, so please erase those pencil lines so that you know that the cactuses are in front and sitting inside the planter. So once I have all the cactuses that I want, or the cacti that I want inside my planter, I'm going to take my black tool, my black material. I'm using a black marker to outline my pencil marks. So I'm going to go ahead and outline all the pencil marks that I have so far. So now I'm going to start adding texture, which is another element of art. And I'm going to do this by creating the spikes on the cactuses. So I'm doing these little triangles and I'm making sure that I fill them in, and that's going to give me the illusion of texture in my cactus still life. I can also just draw little lines, and that will also create the illusion of texture. Once you've done this, erase all your pencil marks. Now that I've added texture to my cactuses or cacti, I'm going to draw a pattern on my planter part of the design. So I can make different kinds of lines, I can do zigzags, I can do shapes, whatever patterns and designs that you want to make to create a pattern. you must make sure it repeats over and over. So something that repeats, whether it's a shape that repeats or a type of line that repeats, something that is going to repeat multiple times to create a pattern. So make a pattern inside your planter. Also, you can make any patterns that you want. They don't have to be the same as mine. And you can make any type of cactuses that you want. They do not have to be the same as mine. Use your creativity, add any types of succulents or cactuses that you know of while you are drawing. I will give you a handout so that you can see the different types that you can create. Now that I have my patterns inside my planter, I am going over it with my black marker so that I can see those lines very clearly and dark on my paper. Then, once I have all the lines outlined with my black marker, I'm going to erase all the pencil lines, just as we did before. All right, now we're moving on to another element of art. We're going to be doing value. So that's the lightness or darkness of a color. So I'm thinking about the side that the light is coming from in my picture. I'm just going to envision that the light is coming from a certain side. So I'm going to say that the light is coming from the right, so everything on the left side will be darker. So I'm going to use my color pencil really dark on that really far left side and go lighter and lighter as I transition to the right side of each cactus. So thinking about that value, using that color, light to dark. If you notice, I'm using different types of green, light greens and dark greens, but I'm also making sure that they are going light to dark or dark to light. Then you can decorate your planter with any colors of your choice, thinking about the patterns as you do that. The last thing we will do is the background. I'm thinking of like sunset or dark nighttime colors for my background. You can do any color background that you want as long as your planter stands out from the background. All right, boys and girls, and that is our unified still life of a cactus inside a planter or a pot. I hope you enjoy creating your different cactuses with different textures and all the different patterns on your planter.